you. I'm Zack Zander. Today we're doing Javonte Williams, the 5'10", 220-pound running back out in North Carolina. I want to tell you what I like about him, what I don't like about him, and what player in the NFL right now he reminds me of. So right off the bat, we're going to look at him just shred the Florida State Seminoles. What I love about his tape is he shows great lateral quickness for a 220-pound man, and he has very nice vision. When he sees the hole, he puts his foot in the ground and he really hits it hard, and he always falls forward like he does against Florida State on this play. He always gets the extra 1-2 yards, which is so important for running backs in the NFL level because you're playing against the best of the best. He has deceptive speed and quickness. Now, he's not going to run a 4.4, maybe not even a 4.5. I see him as a 4.6 40 guy, which is great. We've seen guys succeed in the NFL running 4.6s. Alvin Kamara, he ran a 4.53, so he wasn't even a 4.4 guy. So speed in the 40 is not that important for a running back. But what is he's a 3-down horse, which means he can play first and second in between the tackles, and on third down he can run routes like he did against Florida State on this play. But he that was wide open. He has really soft hands, but he can get out on the edge in a pass route and beat a linebacker, beat a safety, maybe even beat a corner. And he has, like I said, really nice soft hands. He's a willing blocker. I mean, this guy is a rock. So you know he can give it to a D end, a blitzing linebacker, or a blitzing safety or corner. This guy's never going to come off the field. He's currently my RB4, and this guy's been just skyrocketing since September, and he really caught my eye in September. My first rankings, he was RB8. He moved all the way up to RB4. So we all seen the game against Miami. This is going to be against North Carolina State. Very solid game. And North Carolina was a very dynamic offense, guys. They got 2 NFL wide receivers, 2 NFL running backs. He shared the backfield with Michael Carter, so he was always fresh. He might not have such a great offense that he's going to go to in the NFL, but that's okay. We've seen some players jump in with the volume that he's going to get and be very productive. So you just see him tear it up in this 2020 season, and this guy had 19 rushing touchdowns. He had 3 receiving touchdowns. Averaged 7.3 per carry. That's outstanding at any level, but showed his receiving ability with the 25 receptions, over 300 yards with 3 touchdowns. That's just 2020, guys. In 2019, he had over 1,100 total yards, only 6 touchdowns, but showed a little bit of the flame that was going to start the 2020 fire in 2019. This guy's tape was unbelievable. I can't wait to see him at the next level. Now, I want to focus in on it against Virginia. Virginia is a really underrated defense. They have some really quality linebackers, and you see the tough runs. He's not running through just gaping wide holes against Virginia. He's running through some really good NFL-type players. It wasn't such an easy day. You've seen they were playing from behind almost the whole game, so he got to use his receiving ability a little bit. A great catch right here. He shows those hands. He shows the ability to get out of the backfield and make a great catch. Now let's talk about pro comparisons, and I think it's obvious. James Robinson, the rookie out of Illinois State, 5'9", 219. They're almost the same exact size. They have a lot of the same attributes. They're not 4.4 guys. James Robinson ran a 4.64 at the combine, but what he did show at the combine that impressed people was a 40-inch vertical. This guy has great lower body strength, and he has quick feet. He's a little deceptive, just like Javonte wasn't on his tape. And we're watching him against Illinois. We're watching him at Illinois State against some Division II teams. I think this is Youngstown State, so he's not playing against NFL players here. One of the reasons he went undrafted, and he obviously should have been drafted. He was my RB19, but I thought he was going to get lost in Jacksonville, and he actually kicked Leonard Fournette out the way, which is just an amazing. I mean, Leonard Fournette went 4th overall. J-Rob, outstanding in college stats. This guy had 4,400 total yards in college with 44 touchdowns, but you didn't see the receiving game because he was the whole team. They had like a wide receiver playing quarterback, so you didn't get to see that receiving ability, which really shocked me when I seen Robinson in the 2020 season for Jacksonville. I didn't think he had enough agility. I think he got in better shape and really worked on his craft and improved his agility and improved in the pass game. And you see James, when he puts his foot in the ground, he's very decisive. He has the quick feet, and he's always falling forward. It's hard to get this guy down at first, and you see him cutting, making safeties miss. This looks a lot like this Javonte Williams tape in the 2020 and the 2019 season. And here's the deceptive speed, 4.64 speed. Yeah, he didn't take that all the way for a 60-plus yard touchdown, but he got a 40-yard gain. And this is the part of his game I really couldn't believe when I was watching it this season. His ability to get out of the backfield, make somebody miss, and get a huge chunk play, which is in the NFL, 20-plus yards plays on an easy 3-yard completion. That's the bread and butter of successful teams, is throwing it down on an easy play and watching your running back make just an outstanding chunk play. And he shows his toughness, runs right through the Miami Dolphins right here. Jacksonville Jaguars, you have the first overall pick, possibly Trevor Lawrence, and you have James Robinson, and oh wait, that boy Levinska flex it out. So, if your team drafts Javonte Williams, look for a James Robinson type rookie season, which will make you very happy.